Hi, I'm going to talk to you about how to read a scholarly article. Unlike most things that you read, you shouldn't read them from the beginning to the end. First, what is a scholarly article? A scholarly article is written by experts in the field. It shares the results of original research or analysis. It's intended for other researchers or students like you, and it's been peer-reviewed. That means it's been analyzed by other experts in the field to establish that it is acceptably high quality for publication. They're checking for quality. So here are my top 10 tips for reading scholarly articles. First, understand the structure. What are the parts to a scholarly article, and what can you find where? Where's the important stuff? Second, read the abstract first. This is what you should read to make sure that what you're reading is what you need to be reading for your research. Then you should scan the article, see what you find there. Then you should read the conclusions. This is the part of the paper where the authors discuss their findings. You should then read the discussion for why the study is important. They're going to communicate to you what those findings mean. And then you should skip less relevant sections. There are big sections that you don't really need to read at all. You should read the literature review near the beginning for background information, including other studies on the same issue or same area. You should aim for 50 to 70% comprehension of the article. This is enough. These articles are written at a very high level of complexity, and they're difficult to understand for anyone. So if you're an English language student, 50 to 70% is enough to get the information that you need. You should take notes strategically. Look for keywords you need to look up. Take notes on the important parts. You don't need to take notes about everything. You should practice active reading as well. That means you should annotate, highlight, ask yourself questions, write notes about how this connects to your other research. These are ways to make your reading active. So, reading a journal article. You might find these parts: abstract, literature review, methods, results, discussion, and conclusions. Here are the important bits. Let's go find those. Here's an article. Remember that for the CRAP test, you want to find the article title, journal name, author, and date of publication. Those are all here on the first page. And the references, those are on the last pages. And that's to make sure that this is a quality article for you and your research. Here on the front, we have a summary. That's not on all papers, but we've got one on this one. And here's an abstract. When we turn the page, we find an introduction and methodology. Several pages of methodology, and then results. Lots of results, datas, tables, charts, and then the discussion. After the discussion, the conclusions is at the end of the article, and on the following pages, we've got references. So now we know what we can find where. Let's go find the useful parts. The abstract gives a good summary of the whole article. Read it first, and the conclusions give detail about what the authors found. Read that next. Here's that simple summary. Here's an abstract, and there are the conclusions. We've got the front and the back of the paper. Working from there, we've got the introduction. Most articles have a literature review. Here it's called an introduction. They have about the same job. It's a collection of the background information about the topic, especially other studies that are similar. You can see references here. They're talking about other studies that have happened in the same area and the relationship between this and those studies. Next, we've got the discussion. That's near the end. It gives you more detail. It's an analysis of the findings of the authors. That methodology, it's for experts who are checking the work of the authors or who need more information on how the study was conducted. You're not an expert, you're a student. You can likely skip this section. And the results? The results are all the data and analysis of the data from the study. This is for experts also, and those are people who are checking the work or need to know more about how they interpreted the data. Again, you're not an expert, you can skip this section. In summary, the parts of the article are abstract, literature review, methods, results, discussion, and conclusions. And the important ones for you are first the abstract, then the conclusion, then the discussion, and finally the literature review, skipping the methods and results. Good luck on your research, and I hope that you find this a successful way to read scholarly articles.